Okay, so this was our parking spot for our one and then our two beloved trucks for a while. I really want to thank Mitchell. This is the next leg of our trip where we got our truck running. We put about 800 miles on that one. We've got about, I want to say like 3,000 or 4,000 on this one running back and forth to Vegas. So what we would do is fly into Vegas. We would grab our truck and head over to California, which was cheaper and about the same amount of time as flying with a connection because there was no direct flight to California anyway. So then we would drive back to Vegas, leave the truck here in Vegas, and then fly home again. This is our last time here, and I'm happy to never see Vegas again. It's not my city. We're on our way to Texas. So we've got 18 hours of driving to do, and we got 1,100 miles to get to Texas Motor Speedway for LS Fest Texas. And we've got, yeah, about 2 full days to go do that. But it's not the most pleasant drive, but it'll be fun regardless. Here we go. We got a stroker kit from Scat and AFR heads shipped to Canada, where we will send them to Northtown to get assembled on our 6.2, ship the engine back to California, put it in our project vehicle, then drive it back home again. We thought we couldn't leave California without letting them at least drive the truck. All right, so we're here at LS Fest and they've got an autocross, and this truck is probably best suited for the autocross. We've got a nice upgraded QA1 suspension, we've got nice big brakes. Just a couple things to finish up. Gauges don't work. We're gonna head down to Emily and Aaron's Flying Sparks garage and just relax for a couple days, hang out with some good friends, and just tweak those little things so she's ready for the next autocross. Here we go. So we're on the 40 East, and that road is just brutal. It is beating the crap out of this truck. And in doing so, the battery lid broke, but luckily it didn't fall off. We still have it. I smelled some burning rubber, and I think it's this tire again. We just pulled over off the highway, tied to the truck. See if we can bend this back. All the bolts are still tight. So we'll just make sure that we're not touching low stance problems. Okay, so next morning, and we put about 300 miles on last night, which is perfect after a long flight. That was about all we could do. We got about 800 miles to go today, and then we'll be at LS Fest Texas. I'm really happy with how everything is doing all the work that we did. It runs straight, brakes are good, steering is good, which is really good because the I-40 had to dodge potholes like crazy. The only thing is we bounced it so much that because we put the battery on the step, that a couple huge potholes just hit the tire again and was smoking it a little bit. So we pulled that back out again. But everything we haven't touched yet is an issue. So mainly the latches. Latches on the hood, latches on the door. The doors open randomly when the wind is right, or you hit a right bump and the handle just kind of like opens the door on its own. Then you gotta open the door, lift the handle up, put your hand out, flip the latch, pull the door closed, and then lock it again, which is not a big deal at night when there's not much traffic, but during the day, I don't want to give the wrong impression that we're driving a heap. So I think if we jam some t-shirts in the door and try to keep it closed, that'll keep it from vibrating and keeping those latches from coming loose. You don't fall asleep because there's always something happening that you that you have to pay attention to. Still have to hook our breathers up. And we're not even getting much out there, so that's actually really good. Oil is right where it's supposed to be on our line. We're not using any oil whatsoever. I think the fan is not keeping up. Just a generic little fan that comes with the shroud. We're gonna get a higher CFM fan. It runs 193 dead on when we're moving. As soon as we're stop and go traffic, then she likes to climb pretty quick. So we just need to pull more air through that. We might have to dam this off on the front just a little bit, just so that the air does get sucked through, but I think we're good to go. Coolant, I'm sure is fine because we're not overheating at all. There's coolant. We're laughing. Wow. Also, it rained a little bit last night. We gotta get some wipers and a new windshield in that. As much as I love the windshield, we really gotta be a little safer. So we got latches and windshield and some door seals coming to our next stop, which is Flying Sparks Garage, which will be after LS Fest, but we'll hit up LS Fest Texas first, and then have some fun with those awesome people. Here we go. Make sure we've got our clearances. We might have to get a little bit longer of a shock in the front just to give us a touch more height so we can soften the spring a little bit. Because right now it's the extension of the shock, I think, that's limiting us to any more height, but it's actually a beautiful turn to drive. Like, I can't believe it. You barely have to touch the steering wheel. My gauges don't work. We didn't have time to wire that up. The only thing missing is the speedometer because we've got oil and temperature on the Sniper, and I've got speedo on my phone. It's good enough. We'll worry about that stuff if we've got time at Flying Sparks Garage. It's kind of weird driving at night because there's no lights in your face. Other than that, it's a nice. It's not half as bad as I thought it was going to be driving home. So. It might get a little hot and sticky. Then we open the windows, and then the dust bowl happens. And then when the door flies open, the wind changes, then you got a face full of dust, your door's open, there's a lot of stuff happening at the same time, and it gets a little interesting, but it does keep you awake, it does keep you on your toes. We have the 411 rear end in this, and I thought that was a good match with our size tires and the 6-speed, but at 2200 RPM, we're doing 70 miles an hour, which is fine. It's just I'm gonna like that down a couple hundred RPM. Really don't want to go much faster than that. Revving out at 2500 RPM for 12, 14 hours straight isn't ideal. There's no front floor cabinets. I can really feel vibration in the feet. I don't think it's drivetrain. Drive shaft is smooth. It's up into my seat. Steering wheel's nice and straight. Brakes are fine. I think we just got to put a little vibration damper in between the mounts on the front. There was a little piece of rubber in the back. So I think we just couldn't find anything, and I said, I never had it to begin with. Let's see what it's like without it first. And then I think the header hitting the oil pan crumbles a little bit when you let off. I don't know if you can hear that, but I think it's starting to self-clear itself. We'll still pull that header off and bang that in a little bit with a hammer, and then she'll be golden. I think the exhaust hitting the oil pan is also tripping the knock sensor, so it's not giving us full power. That's it. Still breaking it in.
All right, so now we have two fully functioning, beautiful trucks that both actually drive really nice. Driving through New Mexico, we found the perfect spot to add to your poster collection if you want one on the 55. We were driving through storms, so the sky was perfect, the ground matches the patina perfect, so definitely go check that out on DEBOSSGARAGE.com. Along with all of our other merch, there's some really great stuff there, so check it out.
So yesterday we got caught in a massive storm in Amarillo. We were driving through, and honestly it was one of the most gorgeous drives I've ever done. It was the 40 East, which started out as a horrible road. It shook the entire truck apart. Well, like nothing broke, but man, was that a brutal drive. And then it ended up being just the most scenic sky I've ever seen. Storms everywhere. There was like very isolated showers where you could see it just downpouring. We were driving through most of it, and then we got caught with it in the end. I don't have wipers. There was flash flooding in the town that we're in, but we had to just grab a hotel and stop, which means we still have 5 hours to go. We were hoping to drive a couple more hours and only do about 3 hours this morning, but we got a little ways to go. So a few more things that we have to fix for sure is wipers. Can't really go without wipers. That was kind of stupid. And I hate driving around with my shirt weenie sticking out. I lost a couple shirts where I jam them into the door. That keeps the door from flying open. But then it still opens up, and then I lose my shirt down the driveway. So there were a couple good shirts too, but it's like, whatever, I gotta leave them. But for now we're heading to LS Fest and seeing what's happening there. I think it might still be raining there, but tomorrow it looks like a really good day. So anyway, we'll head over. Nothing leaks, all the fluids are up. It sounds great, no vibrations. The truck is doing awesome besides. We got about 1,600 miles on it now. We got another 300-400 to go today. So here we go. It's bearable in here. The second we stop, the header is underneath the floor, and the exhaust just turns this into a giant oven instantly. So lots of fluids, and we already took the hood off too. That really helps when you stop and go traffic. There's nobody gonna be able to fan in there. This one can't keep up. So figure the hood springs are missing anyway. We're going to take the hood off so you can see that beautiful engine at the show anyway. Might as well do it before we hit that and go traffic before it works. Here we go. Alright, so we're here at LS Fest and they've got an autocross, and this truck is probably best suited for the autocross. We've got a nice upgraded QA1 suspension, we've got nice big brakes, so we're going to give it a shot. But I don't know the course. I'm relatively new to the truck because we're basically just doing highway speeds, and every time I come to the States I'm reminded by how much better your motorsports is, because our competitors look like they're seasoned veterans and that they've done this before, and I don't think I'm gonna win today, but I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing it anyway. So we're waiting for it to open up, we'll fire it up and see how I do. Here we go. but it seemed to bog down for some reason. I don't know why. I can't watch the monitors and concentrate on the course at the same time, which kind of sucks, but we're giving it another go. Maybe it's learning, maybe it's just not. I've never beat on it this hard before, so maybe the Holly's still kind of figuring stuff out. Nothing's exploding yet anyway. At least my door didn't open. I know what it is. I think my knock sensors are kicking in and it's got the timing. 100%. Crap. We will fix that tomorrow. Unfortunately, that is not in time to do a competitive race on this one. Crap, that sucks because this is a lot of fun. So that was amazing because I won. Can you believe that? All these losers with their fancy cars, I beat them. No, I didn't. But it was a lot of fun. I think the exhaust is hitting the oil pan, tripping the knock sensor. So right when I was coming into the swoop, it would cut my timing, and you can see that it kind of spitting and sputtering. But we're gonna take care of that at Emily's tomorrow. Truck's still together. It handles on an auto course like a truck would. The ass end likes to slide around. Tons of fun. Held together. We did an event, so we're just gonna mingle and check out the rest of the show. So I think that's about it for LS Fest, but we're gonna head down to Emily and Aaron's at Flying Sparks Garage and just relax for a couple days, hang out with some good friends, good people, have some good food, and just tweak those little things so she's ready for the next autocross. Here we go. I feel like I'm in a movie set. This is amazing. I always see it on screen, but I've never been here.
Never mind.
Wow.
You should go get the waiver.
Oh yeah, we gotta have you sign a waiver. What you see here has to stay here, you know what I mean?
We made it to Flying Sparks Garage. Let's get into it. Here we go. All right, so 2,000 miles under the belt. What do you guys think?
Dude, I'm in love with this truck.
It has been pretty well flawless, but I think it is
Careful.
time to. Yeah, and that's why we're here. We got about 4,000 to go, and now is the time. I'd love your guys' second eyes on it, just to make sure that everything's tight. We'll throw it on the hoist. We'll crawl underneath. Just make sure that everything's safe. If there's anything questionable, now's a good time to do it. So. Yeah, Flying Sparks Garage. If you don't know who they are, you must be living under a rock. Go check them out. And very excited that you guys open up your shop to us.
Heck yeah.
Can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
Do you want the inspection version or do you want the would I drive it version?
The inspection version.
Okay.
Yeah.
We find ourselves on the side of the road a lot.
It's good enough. Yeah.
It's part of the excitement.
That's right. Just a couple things to finish up. Gauges don't work. This is my breather, which is connected to here via Bluetooth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's a really cool hose you got there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
see if we can just button up a few things like that, and then the rest we're just gonna relax and enjoy some good food and some good company, and then
yeah.
keep carrying on.
You want it on the frame rail or 4-link or?
You can go on the 4-lane.
Now our concrete's a little bit crooked, so we always have to jack that side up more. We learned that when we put this lift in.
Yep.
Nice.
Looks like the fronts are going to go under.
It looks about the same as the rear.
Look at this. I got dirty here just now, but my hands are clean.
They are. I actually noticed that at breakfast. I was like, wow, he's got pretty clean hands for him.
We haven't had the rinse on it.
Usually
It's
on
amazing.
power tour, we just like never get clean. We
It's
come
like-
out of our hotel room and we're like, I showered, I swear, but like,
Yeah, every shower rag is like black. It's like, I bet they just burned these.
they're like, these guys are back. They know it because we're doing burnouts at 2 a.m. in the parking lot.
Yeah.
That back one needs to go up on your side.
This one?
Yeah, just screw it up more. That'll probably work. Let's try it there.
I mean, it had weight on it.
It's like that side isn't going up. I think that's alright. Everybody clear?
Give her a shake.
Yeah.
This is the first time on the hoist. We've never actually been able to walk underneath, so we'll take a good look. Flashlight. Yeah, pretty funny to see it this way. Oh, look at that. Nice bed pad. That's a nice safety so you don't crunch your roof.
Yeah, it's not hooked up, by the way.
Does it work?
I'm sure it works if you wire it up.
Yeah. No, we didn't get that far.
We'll call that good.
Finley, so much trust.
Oh, shit.
So much trust.
That's probably the only living thing small enough that the truck could land on and wouldn't be fine. It'd
He'd be
fine.
like, oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go have a nap inside the house now.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, Finley? Yeah, you're a cute little dog.
Look how these are in their slant.
Yeah, just
That's a good idea.
angles it a little bit.
Yep.
I just had to get it away from the drive shaft. I don't like how my drive shaft's on an angle. It's not perfectly perpendicular to everything else, but
Yeah, but that's what your joints are for.
That's what, you don't need your up and down if you're going sideways, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Hey, it looks good under here.
not bad, eh?
I love the X
We-
pipe.
I did mess up on the X pipe. I cut this way too
No.
narrow.
It looks good.
It looks good. But we painted everything. Everything, yeah, so far so good. But this is the issue right here. It's starting self-clearance.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Does it make noise?
Yes, when you decel, it rattles like so. Right here,
problem?
right there, yeah,
Right
right there,
There
right there. So then we can just like angle it back, just warm it up with a torch, bang it or whatever. You guys got torches?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I've got to get my
And
propane,
then-
but yeah.
And then that's it. So that shouldn't be hard. The alternator isn't hitting. I gotta move that wire, I think. Johnny. Or no, the steering. Let's see.
I love how all your grease zerks still have the little cap on them.
I put it back on.
You did?
I greased it and I put it back
That's
on.
cute.
Yeah. I was like,
That's
Hey,
cute.
we don't lie in this place.
no.
The truth only.
We don't lie.
Just I'm close to my alternator wire.
No, but it actually is. It's hitting the alternator itself.
I see a mark right there on
Yeah.
the alternator.
No. We smashed that out for
Oh,
clearance
okay.
purposes.
Okay.
Got it.
You're fine. I mean, the only
It was hitting, but we fixed it.
Yeah, we fixed that.
the good news is the only thing that'll happen is when it binds, you lose your steering. So,
And this will short out and catch fire.
Yeah.
But I think even just like grabbing each bolt on the suspension, that was my backup lights, but it doesn't have backup lights. So, but there is a wire here for the output shaft. Yeah, look at that. Look how good they are. And that's a 2-wire. Do you have this? Do you have a copy of this plug?
I'll look. See?
You
Yeah.
know that your drive shaft is hitting the cross member up
Yeah.
here?
I saw that earlier.
Oh,
But that could also just be hit with a hammer,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So let's
just-
do that. Yeah.
Clearance a little bit.
Is it bad?
It's actually hitting pretty
That's
bad.
pretty good.
When you fill up
So
here.
that's probably a horrible noise too.
Yeah. Maybe a resonance.
I'm driving with my earplugs in. I'm like, every transport truck's going by. I'm like, man, that's so quiet. I'm like, oh yeah, I got earplugs in.
The other day we were driving the Corvette and I heard a sound and Aaron was like, you know how to fix that? And then he just like turned the radio off. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, you're right, it went away. Weird.
So these weights were hitting the exhaust, so they pushed the exhaust down, and with no flex pipe in there, that's why the headers are
okay.
hitting the oil pan
Yeah.
now. Because I wanted 3-inch, so we wouldn't have had that issue with a 3-inch drive shaft, but they went with 3.5, so that 1/4 inch is why it's hitting,
Yeah.
and it never did before.
And your fuel pump situation, you only have one bolt holding it in.
Oh, let's put more in.
You lost 2.5.
No,
This one was on its way
no,
out.
I think that was an original mist drill. Oh no, the whole
No.
whole
No.
back.
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
dangling.
yeah,
Oh.
we'll have to fix that.
That's
Good.
pretty cool. I like how this bolt's just chilling. Cool.
Nice. All right.
Should we make a list?
Yeah, we should. Brackets. We've got. That's plenty of bolts. don't
Same way.
Don't need all of those.
And that zip tie's far stronger than
Yeah.
a bolt anyway.
That's a grade 8 zip tie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great, eh?
Yeah.
So before I put the engine in, there was a couple tabs on the oil pan, but I went around and shaved everything unnecessary off just in case we had clearance issues, and I missed it by that much. So we don't have torches, unfortunately it's the weekend and we're out of gas. We're gonna do the old ball peen, hold it, bang it, see if that works. So that's perfect now. Thanks to Dave Freiberger. Now we know that we don't lose 0% power. And now we don't get that horrible noise when we decel the, so there's one less thing done. Securing, I don't know what happened. We lost a couple bolts on the fuel bracket holder here. So I got 2 new ones up here with lock nuts. And now this one, and probably because it was an Allen, and we didn't have the right Allen head for the top of this stupid thing. It probably got missed and then it fell off, but we got it now. Look at that. First shot, the right Allen. Tighten that up, cross that off the list. We're gonna do an oil change on it too. Change the spark plugs. The learning is pretty well done. So some of the spark plugs look a little rich. So we're gonna change those. Change the oil one last time. We gotta pick up oil for the 95 too, because I think it's already got 5,000 or 6,000 miles on it. And yeah, we're moving right along. Okay, so we didn't notice this. 20-inch tires, low pro and 40 east. Fix your dang roads. Get your stuff together because we bent the rim. So it's not bad. We're gonna try hammer and a 2x4. Try to straighten that because that's definitely not gonna get better. But you can just see the abuse. There were some bad potholes there. The rest of the roads were fine. I think maybe the trick is windmills because California's full of windmills, Arizona's full of windmills, then you go through New Mexico, nothing. Horrible roads, no windmills. As soon as you're into Texas, windmills again.
It's quite the theory. What do you think?
I have no words.
All right, so we're gonna straighten the rim. Emily is gonna start by going directly with a dead blow, which is not gonna mark anything, but I grabbed a 2x4 already, the
And I
sledgehammer.
already brought a real hammer over because I know this isn't gonna
So
work.
do you want to do that for
I just
for
want
show?
to try.
Do you want to
For
try?
show.
Make this a longer video.
Bro. Can we lay it down? Boom, boom, boom.
So I don't know.
Well, we don't want to scuff the outside of the wheel.
Look at that.
I think it's moving it a little.
I think so. Keep going. You got a good
This
swing.
does intimidate me. I really don't like swinging a hammer at a wheel, even if it's a fake hammer.
Even if it's a fake hammer. I think you got the initial little bit.
I mean, it's
It's
moving
going.
down.
I would keep going. You got it.
I hear the surprise in your voice.
That's not you. I didn't think the hammer would do it. Like this hammer weighs like 2 pounds.
It's like a toy.
It's just a
I know.
toy. Like my daughter's playing with that. You're killing it.
I know. Who'd
Go
have
on.
thunk? Who'd have thunk? I sort of trust myself, but I sort of don't. this last little bit.
Yeah.
My cardboard's getting a little pitiful. You want to swing at it?
Good
Real
one.
hammer?
Yeah, let's go with a real hammer.
There's so much bounce back with the wheel and the wood.
You want to lay it flat? Almost there.
Freaking good, man.
You got hardwood?
Dang, you're a woodworker and a wheel man.
Yeah.
Custom wheel fixing, mending. Wow.
Don't want to do this, but
That feels pretty good now. I think that's it. Think any more? I'm pushing my luck.
it hasn't cracked yet. It's a lot better than it was. I think we're gonna leave it. I'm worried that I'm gonna just peel a bit off. So.
So this is just it's a marker basically. It's not glue or anything like that. It's just a marker so when you're on road trips or if you're racing or something, you can jack it up, flashlight look, and make sure nothing's backed off. I started doing that when Emily started drag racing because it scared me that if I did something wrong, she would get hurt. So I just torqued all the bolts, marked them all so that you guys can chuck them on the road.
And you did find a couple that were loose, right?
Yeah, this one was almost off. All the 4-link stuff was loose. Shocks were good. Pan hard bar, I guess that's what you call it. That was tight. Mainly just the 4-link stuff.
So I think we didn't torque them right down because then it was super tight.
Yeah.
And that's why they backed off, but we should have torqued them anyway.
Well, I don't know. You might find them super tight.
Yeah.
And it may squeak now, but I put them at 80 foot-pounds.
Okay.
Which
so
seems right for that size bolt.
squeaking is better than
Yeah.
losing an axle.
Yeah, because they were all different tightnesses.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
So
yeah.
so some have backed off, and that one up there was almost gone.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And that sway bar is hitting there, isn't it?
it is hitting.
Yeah. So that's squeaking too. Can we slide that over?
I mean, that would be the right way to do it.
I think he tacked the brackets though.
It doesn't matter. The bar will still slide in it, won't it?
I imagine he would have. Yeah, they're the same width.
It's a puzzle.
Mr. Bean.
Yeah, just hold your hands up there. It's accurate.
You know, I do think that these are the same width away. It's just that the bar went that way. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yep.
I'll move back a little bit.
Yeah, fixed it. Done. So the ceramic is working. I can see the hot spots, like right there, just touching right there. Wire's fine, but
That is so cool.
yeah, it could be like another ½ an inch longer at the top, because it is kind of close. But now we're just gonna throw the spark plugs in it, just because the Holly's done learning. Now we're running at 14.7, so the one is a little bit darker than the others. It got a pretty good burn right now, but for the cost of a couple plugs, we throw them in. And yeah, we got some hoses for here, so this thing might actually do something. I gotta look up how to properly stick that in. I think you tee the 2 valve covers into one side and then out of here and then into here, right? So the oil stays here, but the air goes back in again and gets
That
burnt again.
vacuum.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
It sounds good to me, bud.
Yeah.
I think each one of ours is different.
Yeah.
That's a pretty punishing way to have to change oil.
It's not so bad.
Okay,
It's
good.
how much do you drive your project cars? So the thing is, we've got like 12 of them. So if you split that throughout the year, they only need an oil change like every 6 years.
Yeah, we change our oil more frequently.
Just buy more
than that,
cars.
too.
No, because you don't put more than 5,000 miles on it when you spread all your driving across 12 vehicles.
True.
Yeah. Where are you going?
We go on power tour and we go on cross-country road
So
trips.
this is
where
the
we-
cross-country road trip. This is our second oil change, but
Yeah.
I should really jack up on the back of it because the pan's tilting the wrong way too.
I like how your plug's just kind of hovering there because you really kind of can't get it out between the cross member and the
It's
pan.
a double finger to get her back in. And then,
Dude.
and then I can just get, it has to be this wrench with this angle on there to tighten. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Don't judge my build.
I have the tap, but I think it would work fine. Just put a little bit of glue on it.
Yeah, yeah, and just
Because they
tighten it down.
go way down in there.
Oh, right on. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, if you have pressure in this, you got problems.
Yeah.
Bigger problems than that. That'll work. That'll be better than.
What if we point up on the firewall
Yeah.
and then run the hoses
Yeah.
one
That would look
angled,
good.
one up, yeah, and just go right over top, and then we'll curl this around.
Yeah.
Nice. As the trend goes with all American hospitality, Aaron and Emily had some family obligations to go to, so they just left us their shop. In the meantime, I've been able to clean up just a few things, fix the taillight, starting on the gauge wiring, finished the vents for the valve covers, did the oil change spark plugs, fixed the header, and a couple other things while Aaron went to the hotel to upload a video for you guys. We still want that content going, but the internet's pretty bad, so apologize that one video was a little bit slow. But thank you guys for watching. We're gonna call it a night now because it's getting late, and we don't want to bug Emily and Aaron too much, and we will be back in the morning just to button up a few things. Now, we're waiting for a shipment from Classic Industries for new door handles and latches and that, which is a big pain on this truck. And hopefully that shows up tomorrow, then we have something to do. If not, maybe we'll have to hit up Facebook Marketplace and buy some other stuff. We got a truck, might as well tow some stuff. Here we go. So some of these wires you don't use on the back of this gauge cluster, and they give you two plugs, but I cut the one plug off because I don't have the female end. So I'm just gonna connect them together for now, and when we get home, I'm gonna put a nice Deutsch connector on it so you can just unplug the whole dash if you have to. These are all my unused wires, just tuck them kind of out of the way. And then all the diagrams are online, you can just find them if you don't have them, but each wire represents something. We'll hook them up to the painless, and then we'll actually have working gauges. I didn't have speedometer or RPM, or sorry, I didn't have speedometer or fuel, and that's the only two that I didn't have because everything else is on the Terminator screen. So I got oil pressure, coolant, RPM, and my fuel gauge was just Aaron because we drive the same amount, and when his gets to a certain point, it's like, okay, you're out of gas, we need to get fuel. So I throw this in, finish wiring that up, and we're all set. So we've got tack, we got volt, we don't have oil or temp, but I don't know why my fuel isn't working, but we'll have to take it down the road to see if my speedometer is working, but at least the tack's working. We got left turn signal, we got right turn signal, we've got lights, high beams. Oh, look at that, very nice. The oil must be touching something, but all right. That is pretty. I like that.
I like the white. I didn't think I would like the white as much as like the black gauges.
They were clean when we started, but you see the dust that's just blowing around the
man.
cab? It came in. So it kind of looks like rust. I don't mind it. But
Yeah, it'll just start looking dirtier and dirtier. It'll just look like the rest of the
join the club. So, you're dirty now. Deal with it. Yeah, nice. Making a battery fold down might not be a bad idea either.
You know, I was thinking that battery came out really easily. Okay, there's our little bolts. They're actually flathead screws. The base of it feels square, like I feel like it's those kind that are tacked, welded to the bottom and threaded. They've been in there a while, which I love, because when you see this box at first, you think, wow, they really did a good job matching the patina on that box to the truck. But y'all, it's been here. Trying to break that rust. We have one of those cool screwdriver things that you put on there and you hit it with a hammer and it rotates it and busts it loose. But I can't find it. I will get it eventually. Or drill it out and put bolts in there, bigger bolts. Oh, that one broke loose for me. Thank you. Like, I'd rather not touch the truck at all with the blade, so.
This one you might have to like get
Yeah,
up
because
under
it's.
it. The other one, I'll cut the excess off and I'd split that nut and then get a screwdriver and knock it off.
We got wires close up
Yeah,
here.
just it'll prevent us from getting into this mess
Yeah,
here.
it's so nice. It's not even rusty. Trying to split those nuts in half so that we can get them out that way. I really do not want to hit, like, I hate that I hit that right there. I don't want to hit the bottom of the truck at all. It's so nice under here. Got half of this one knocked off. It's just kind of rotating in its hole. I could probably take the grinder to that and zip it the rest of the way off. This one kind of bent over where I opened it up.
Yeah, where's your, get those vice grips and clamp them to see if they'll like break.
Does it look like I went deep enough with the split?
No, because it's rotating. I was worried that they were welded at the bottom.
Right.
But yeah, you just need to cut it a little bit more.
Yeah, I think I need to.
Yep,
I just didn't want to hit the truck.
I know.
The nut part is seized to the bolt, so even when I split it, it's like still staying really seized to them.
Well, I think next step is just grind them all the way off.
Plus, it's really scary with that the wiring right
I
there.
know.
Creepy. Don't slip. Ah, that feels good. That's victory. It's hard to get up in there without hitting the truck. Gotcha. They're all done. Now, I did touch our grinder wheel to the bottom of this truck more than I wanted to. There's little scuffs, there's little slices into there. It's character, right? Yeah, character.
And that one's locked up, so that would have to get freed up before we even try to weld it. This one's free, but man, that metal's so thin. You know, you're gonna be welding.
Hadn't even welded that.
You're gonna be welding in that crack right there, which is gonna.
And then to expect it to still work
Yeah.
after you weld it is crazy.
You might weld it shut.
It's cute because these hinges are added on like probably 40 years ago. Those were added on because they're like door hinges. They're like, somebody just welded them on there.
We'll let it sit for a minute.
It is free now. Oh, I guess you could just weld a new hinge onto the back and leave it on here. You just have to like cut the hinge off there, right? That might be the best solution. We'll just grind that and grind this, and then grind the hinge off the back
Yeah,
here.
so long as the top looks
Yeah, and run the TSC quick and grab just 2 hinges, and
Yep.
it can be shiny at the back. Let's just do that.
They're gonna work one way or another. Yeah. We'll see. I got little hinges and I got big hinges. These small ones seem to fit here really well.
Even just self-tap them.
Or you just go like this and go straight through and then make a new hole right there.
Yep.
Good idea. Straight through.
It's on the back. Nobody's gonna see it.
That looks awesome.
I've done worse stuff, but we didn't do it on camera.
Yeah.
I think these hinges are just junky enough to give us the room we need for it not to bind up.
So, I can't see. I need somebody to bounce on the truck, but I need to see where we're exactly hitting. But I'm gonna raise the suspension up a hair anyway, and then go from there. So at home, I will 100% weld in a nice piece of pipe
Oh yeah.
that curls around there. I'm redoing the whole bed of the box.
The bed box.
I'm redoing the bed of the box. So I will 100% do that then. Yeah.
Now you got me nervous. No, this is the red. This is hot, right? Or did you have a red as a?
Well,
I was thinking this long one
no,
went on this side.
this is the negative, yeah. So the long one goes with this one. Yeah.
Cause that didn't. Was the battery
Want me to do it?
the other way? There.
Yeah, let me
That makes
fry
sense.
everything to a crisp. I did hook a Terminator up backwards once and it just pops the fuse.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not the end of the world.
Exciting.
Yeah. Okay, so the truck runs perfect without a hood on it, temperature-wise, but in the city, when we stop, it gets hot. So we're gonna upgrade the fan to a Flex-A-Lite. So this is the one that came with the fan shroud, and the fan shroud fit pretty good, but already I can tell this one weighs a lot more, even though it's got the same amount of blades on it. The blades are bigger, and hopefully it turns a little more CFM. So maybe we can use Emily as a model here, so just sit there, we'll see if we can blow her hair back, and then we'll compare that to the next one, see if it can blow it even farther back.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll just sit here.
Okay. All right, so here's one. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, it's not. All right.
Just slow mo, please, Aaron.
Let's try this one.
Got your fingers in it.
Oh, watch my fingers this time. Is it better?
I think so. It
Your hair is
definitely
not moving as much.
Point it up some. I feel it down here.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah. Your hair's not moving as much.
This is my test. This is science.
It's very directional. So science. Your hair's not moving as
Well,
much.
that was the whole thing.
I think that one sounded like it had more
Sounded,
push.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
trying
Had
harder.
like a better RPM.
So I need new holes. This is gonna be kind of a problem. I hope it works out because I gotta pull the shroud off to get the fan on. And I think I might have to pull the rad to get the shroud off. So that's not good. I gotta be able to get in behind there. We could use speed nuts, but I don't want to risk slipping through and drilling a hole in my rad. So
Yeah, it all worked out really well.
nice.
After I got running and driving, I mean,
Didn't have any black wire, so for my ground, so I had to use red. That was that gauge. And I thought I'd put loom over it to make it look black. So I ran heavier gauge wire for the fan, but the fan's gauge isn't as big, so sometimes it just folds over. Hopefully that fixes some stuff. All right, so we got everything buttoned up, but unfortunately the rest of the parts did not show up, so there's not a whole lot left to do on this thing. So we're gonna go out to supper with some friends. Maybe there'll be a package on the porch yet, but I think it's about 6 o'clock at night now. Otherwise, we'll try tomorrow, but our flight leaves tomorrow, so we'll see. We're ready to hit the road regardless. Everything else is creature comforts. Some people would say doors flying open is a safety thing, but I don't know. I don't know those people. We'll see you tomorrow. There we go. All right, so we're wrapped up here at Flying Sparks. I took it for a quick drive this morning. We had to drop the OBS off to get some work done there and get some free parking. So if you haven't checked out that video, check out that build series because we were building a 95 at the same time. No more noise on the headers. I think it rides a little better with a little more clearance and the drive shaft not hitting. So I think we're just about done.
The fuel system isn't gonna fall out of
Yeah,
the
yeah. Hey, what a just drag down the
So
hoses.
much good stuff.
Yeah, thank you very much for letting us use your shop.
Heck
And we'll,
yeah.
You're welcome.
we'll be
It was
back in a
so
few weeks.
fun.
Yeah, good.
I kind of want to jump behind the wheel of this thing.
You know you can, so.
I think we should.
All right.
But
Yep.
one thing, if you loop this, I don't want to be working on it for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, you're a volunteer.
I don't
It's a
want that
volunteer. Can
free
you just
storage at my shop.
Fix that.
pushing it like way in front of the car. Have you ever done it that way?
Yeah, Aaron used to do it with like boards.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and with measuring tape with boards.
Yeah.
That's how they did it
I've
on
never seen it that way.
18-wheelers.
Yeah.
He's like, that's how I was raised doing it on 18-wheelers.
Okay.
This freaking truck. I love her. Oh my god.
Would you love it for 4,000 miles?
I'm just crazy enough to. Yeah.
Earplugs in and it's not,
I'm gonna take my
too
turn
bad.
slowly so that
Yeah, just watch that door. I think it's open again, yeah.
it sort of staying shut.
There you go.
Shut is.
So it like vibrates and then it like unlatches. With the t-shirt in there, it doesn't vibrate, it doesn't unlatch kind of quick.
I'm giving that clutch some work. We're trying to keep it running and like let it out. I'm so sorry, little lady.
That's okay.
Oh my god. I love it, dude. Y'all did amazing.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
The clutch still works.
Oh yeah, a little bit. For the most part. Oh my heavenly days. That was awesome.
Nice. Glad you enjoyed that. Never a dull moment.
She's great.
It's not bad. I think if we put an interior in it and do some nice sound deadening just on the firewall and the floor.
I don't know.
And you know, I think it'll actually be really like, it's not a bad driving truck.
There is quite a bit of heat coming from.
When you're moving, it's not bad at all. Stuck in traffic, the floor, like you have to like, you cannot touch it. It's so hot.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, the old undercoating tar is just like dripping onto the exhaust.
Melting off.
Yeah.
Like, what's that smell?
Nice.
1955.
Yeah. It is
I don't
cool.
want to leave. I love her.
Well, you can't have it.
Yet, until you're ready to sell it. It'll be mine. It's so low. It's right there. Like when you get out of the truck, you just go straight off into the grass. It's like, it's the perfect old folks truck.
It is.
You know, they say, oh, I can't get up out of there. Well, all you do is swing a leg over and you're standing on the ground.
So we were at O'Reilly's this morning, and an old guy's leaning against his truck, sees me pull in. He's like, I bought one of those brand new.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, a lot of work ahead of you. You got to blow that whole thing apart to paint it. And I'm like, yes, sir.
You better believe I do.
All that work ahead of me. Yeah.
Mother Nature took a long time to make it this beautiful.
All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you for your shot.
It was
And
so fun.
We will see you in 3 weeks for Power Tour.
Sounds amazing.
Awesome. See you guys. All right, we're on to the next place. Here we go.
Woo!
Oh, these cameras got it.
All right, we can't make it to Dallas without stopping by Gas Monkey Garage. Come on, it's an iconic spot. So I don't know if they're open still or not, but hopefully we get to see the man in action. And right before we catch our flight, you know, we're going to take some pictures. Hey!
You can't park there. Pretty nice truck. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Doing good. Doing good. So I heard about you guys coming across country.
Ah,
Yeah.
interesting. What do you think, man?
I don't know what I think. Is it for sale before I give an opinion?
Well, everything's for sale, but we gotta agree on a price. Come on, you know how this works. I'm thinking 100.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's dented. What kind of motor you got?
LS3.
Okay. What kind of tranny?
Tremec 6-speed.
What kind of rear end?
Ford 9-inch.
Some big bear brakes?
Yeah.
Some wheels and tires? How many miles has it got on?
2,000.
So far, 2,000. That's not exactly a nice wooden bed.
It just needs a little bit of stain, Richard. Use your imagination. Some door seals.
Door seals, window seals. I mean, you could have popped the dents out.
I could have, but it adds to the whole theme of the truck, Richard. A driving assault.
An assault is what you just quoted me, 100 grand for this truck. How about 15?
15. You know what? QA1 suspension, 71 Camaro front end. It drives like a dream. How about 75?
100?
75,000, Richard.
Oh man, you didn't even put a windshield in it, and there's no AC.
So we ordered the windshield and it's coming. The windshield will come with it. All right, 60.
Seriously, I'd probably go 35 grand.
35. If we do 50, we could make a deal.
It's done 2,000 miles.
2,000 miles, tried and tested. You know what's gonna make it the rest of the 100. All the kinks are out of it. And look at this patina. You cannot match this patina.
50 grand.
50 grand.